Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to the Believe, Act, Lead Masterclass. Welcome to session 5 of our masterclass. It has been so delightful and wonderful to be with you this whole week as I am waiting for everyone to join in. Today is such a special day because not only we will be doing the session 5 of our masterclass, we are also going to be announcing launching the new book, and I will be joined very shortly by the editor and also by the
We not only
review.
deepen the understanding of the sequence of believe, act, lead, but we level up together. We grow together. You define a context that is so big it holds your celebrations, it holds all the duality of life, and it builds your capacity, your emotional intelligence, while being more productive and a greater leader that you could have ever thought possible. Let's open up your consciousness. Let's level up to your personal and professional highest level and highest expression and lead women to change the world.
Amazing. This is beautiful. I just love this animation. It's so wonderful. So good to see all these beautiful faces. Hello, Wafa. Hello, Christina. Hello, Fatim Zahra. Hello, my friends on LinkedIn. And I see that you have already so many on Instagram as well. We are live streaming today on different platforms. Hello, Zahra. We love you. I love you. And I love when you're with me. This is incredible. I'm trying to see a good place for this part so that everybody can see me on Instagram properly. So I am here for the session 5, and what I would like before I start and inviting the editor of the book and talking about the book. Hi, Lamia. Very nice to have you with me today. So what I would like to do is, hello, Dr. Hanan. Hello, Tata. So good to see you. We are embraced by 11/11/2022. Isn't that incredible? It's such a perfect timing. It just everything seems to be so aligned, and there is so much magic in all of that. And you will see when I will be talking about the book, it's really so much magic because the book came out on the link of the book came out on Wednesday. We announced it. I went to sleep and I woke up in the morning and it's a bestseller. It happened overnight. It happened thousands. I had like 5,000 views on LinkedIn. I don't know how many views on different platform, and it's just incredible. There is always so much magic when you surrender to it, and that's what this whole journey is about. It's not a good afternoon, Herine. Very nice to see you. We are connecting all the beautiful faces from different so good. Let me see. I think something just went off. Here, we're back. So L is for leading, leadership. It's for leading yourself to whatever objective you want to create, to whatever you want to have, that image of yourself, becoming the person you've been dreaming about, becoming the person who reached the success in the business you want, who reached the success in her personal life, in creating the family around you, in having the house you've been dreaming about, in impacting as many lives as you want. And leadership, you stand on your leadership. It's a choice, it's a decision you make, it's a role you take, you grab, and you hold on to. No one gives you that role. You take it and you insist on keeping it. You insist on being it. And what all the leaders have in common, followers. All the leaders have followers. And followers are not people you say, hey, please follow me. You don't tell them to follow you. They just follow you. They follow you because they find themselves through what you say. They find themselves connected to all your beliefs. They find themselves connected to your emotional radiation. So the way you feel, the way you make them feel is what makes them feel connecting to you, feel belonging, that sense of belonging. So creating that sense of belonging start by you understanding yourself so well, by connecting with your why. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why did you choose that as a mission? Why did you choose your work as the service you want to give with so much excellence? The why behind it. And the why behind it is usually related to your own story, related to something from your past, something that you've gone through, something that made you feel that this is my calling. So it's key important to find what's your calling. And when your calling is translated into an impact, then you embody that leadership role no matter what happens. And impact is you providing a service to humanity, providing a service to the planet, providing a service that you feel you are part of bettering the world for a better future, raising awareness, helping people through a product you provide, helping people through the service you provide, helping institutions so that they can help and contribute to the development of the world. So find what is that impact that you want to make. And making an impact is changing people's life. It's always related to someone, somebody, to seeing a smile in someone's face, to feeling that you help them feel that they are important. You give them hope. You give them hope for a better life. You give them hope by providing the knowledge to them. So that makes you feel that you truly stand in your shoes as a leader, and a leader with impact, and an impactful leader, because that's what makes you stand out, makes you different, and makes you relate to what people having all followers around you following you. See, when Martin Luther King got all these people following him and coming to him in Washington, he gathered 250,000 people. There were no social media, there were no emails. And everybody was there. Everybody was there for the cause. And what did they tell? What did he say? He didn't say, "Come, I have a plan." That's not what he said. He said, "I have a dream. I have a dream where all the children play together." And so that dream got everyone connected, because everyone has a vision and has a dream. So how do you touch human being, people around you, your niche, as we call it in the business sphere, but your community, the people you want to help, the people you wanna impact, the people you wanna serve? How do you impact them? you know in my case, I see everybody want to catch up with the hi everyone. Hi Amal, hi Iman, hello Sierra, I see you connected here. I think we going to be jumping together soon to start talking about the book. But as I am waiting for you to come in, I wanted to share about my own understanding of impact and how it started. When I joined the World Bank as a young professional, it was just right after having received my PhD thesis, and I was working on water. And so I remember one of the senior officials or advisors, somebody high up, he told me, Hind, if you really want to grow and get promoted and really reach high level executive positions and be among the senior management team, you need to remember one thing. What stands out is that you become an expert in one thing, one field. You become so known, so expert, so unshakably the best in that sector, and you know a lot of many things. Okay. So it is important to choose what is that expertise that you want to stand on and make you the thought leader, the best. You will pour all your knowledge around it. And better than that, not only you will pour all your knowledge, you will be able to connect everything that you do to that central expertise of yours. Hello, Jen. So good to see you today. And so when you focus in one field that you become so known for, such a biggest expert, you will see that everything you see and you do, you will always bring it back to that expertise. You will bring it back to that field. What I've learned through the years working at the World Bank, I spent 8 years at the World Bank. The first years I was working on Latin America. I was very young, and my first trip was to travel to Brazil, where I was sent to Brazil. I was 25 years old, to stay there for 5 weeks. And to stay there for 5 weeks to study, discover, understand the environment and water. I was scary, but it was fascinating in the same time because it was really going in and looking at how all this the water is managed, how the environmental sector and strategies are done. So it was really visiting different places and different in different cities. And what I learned from that, and from the World Bank, I mean, that was in Brazil. Then I worked on Southeast Asia. I worked in several countries. The World Bank taught me how you can link anything you do, any product you provide, you offer, any service you do, anything you work on, anything you understand, to the development of any country in the world. As an example, you can link how the fact that we have shoelaces in our shoes, and more we produce of that, more it will stimulate job creation in Sri Lanka or in other places. When you have the capacity to look behind every single step of how you arrive to where you are and how things are brought to you, you can link everything back to development, everything back to making an impact, everything back to creating local wealth, everything back to creating jobs, everything back to making a difference in someone's life. And that's what you learn within this sphere of understanding how to become a leader that has a true impact. So when I worked on water, obviously you work on water, so I was really feeling that was part of the global sustainable development goals. I worked on water for many years. Then I worked on energy and environment. It was part of contributing to a better future. And today that I work on empowerment, leadership, a lot about women, gender equality, equalizing wealth, helping women become wealthier, attracting more abundance, more money. Why do I feel that I am part of the same mission? Because to me, the woman empowerment, that's the only way we can get to gender equality. That's the only way we can have women reaching high level decision making positions and owning them. Not only owning them, excelling in them and becoming so productive and so good at them that they become a role model, a reference, and you see more of them. It's the only way you can have women become entrepreneur and break the glass ceiling, the box that tells them this is the only amount you can make. So by creating more wealth, by healing, defining, rewriting your story with money, you will open up the possibility to create more. And more you attract wealth into your life, more you will be able to give it back, to impact, to share, to do good, to really feel that you are contributing. Thank you, Najib. So good to have you with us. So when you are contributing and feeling that you truly having an impact, it makes you feel fulfilled. That's where fulfillment comes from. It makes you feel you're fulfilled because you've done good to yourself, because you treated yourself well, right? Because you have a good quality of life as well, because you have a service and you are respected and you are appreciated and you are valued, which means you're paid properly for what you provide as a service, and you are paid and feeling you deserve to be paid, deserve to be appreciated, respected, deserve to be not known for what you are doing, and that what you have to give is something very valuable. And to be able to reach that, it takes many walk into the emotional side and the healing of it, to be able to actually own your space. It's all about owning your space and knowing that you deserve to be where you are, and you deserve and everything good that comes with it. Okay. How does it relate to you? I want to see some emojis. I want to see some reaction. I mean, I just jumped in. The impact thing is so important. I went in. So I love you all. I see more beautiful faces coming in. Hermina, hello Lamia, hello Turia, hello Muna, hello Miriam, hello all the ladies coming joining us. Hello. So let me know how you relate to this. How? Because often I have women come to me, men also say, money is not what matters. It's not about money. But making an impact is about money. Making an impact is about creating wealth for yourself, so that you can impact more people, so that you can let the people who matters to you, the community, know, oh, the service you're doing, why are you doing it, you can travel. A lot of women comes and they launch foundations, associations, and I've helped so many of them. Kamar, who launched a foundation for to help disability the children with disability to learn piano and music. Others, so mainly women come and they want to do good, and men too. They really say, all what matters to me is just to give them, to have an impact and to do good. But to do that, you need to be able to help yourself first and be in the level of helping you. I see that Sierra is already in the studio, so I'm going to welcome her. Sarah is the publisher of the new book, and I want to see. Oh, I'm gonna bring her up, and so that we will. Here we go. Hello, Sierra. Look at you. You're so beautiful.
Hi, darling. How are you? Thanks for
Hello,
having
my
me.
beautiful Sierra. So nice to have you. We have already people on joining me in the different platform.
Look
Ah,
what I
you
have.
got it.
It arrived to my phone this morning because I
It did.
pre-ordered it. Yes,
Oh
it did.
wow. I didn't receive mine yet.
It's coming. Just check your Kindle app. It should have arrived in
I
the middle of the night.
Platforms, but you will hear it. Here we go. Sorry, it was a Wi-Fi thing. It was just boop.
Perfect. No
It's gone.
problem.
Hmm. So show me again. It's there.
Congratulations, Mama. You're a book mama.
I'm a book mama,
It's in
and thank you.
Kindle.
Oh, this
Swipe
is
and
amazing.
there it
Yes,
is. There
and
it
beautiful.
is.
And the outline. Oh,
Yep. Your table of contents.
amazing.
Everything is there.
Thank you, Sierra. It's such a special day for all of us. And thank you for coming and joining me to
Completely my honor.
really. It has been such a beautiful journey, and I wanted you to be part of it today as we're launching it. I'm in the middle of the masterclass, so I had 5 days of beautiful knowledge shared, and so many beautiful messages and breakthroughs that I've seen during this week. And it feels like it's just the timing with the book, everything's magically came together.
I love to hear that. Fantastic.
Yeah. So what can you say about it as a publisher, as somebody who played an important role in all the steps?
Well, this is always my favorite. Well, bringing a book forward is always such an incredible process. But I want to just speak from my personal experience with my role, sort of checking the manuscript, making sure it was ready to go out. There was one Saturday morning in particular that I was sitting at the coffee shop with your book, and I was reading it from the perspective of checking for errors and making sure everything was there, and that lens of analysis to make sure that we're creating a great product. But I got sucked into the story, and the lessons that I read that morning stopped me in my tracks, brought tears to my eyes, and it was like, oh dang, I needed this message right now. And for me, that's the power, the gift of a book. We don't even know when it's going to find us, who it's going to find, but always with that faith that the right message is going to find the person who needs it in the moment. I didn't pick up the book because I knew it was full of treasures. I was doing my job, and those treasures came and stopped me in my tracks. So that's
Wow.
my personal pleasure, is finding those moments. So I just want to thank you for putting your heart and your mind on the page for me to find, and now for many others too as well.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. I remember when you sent me the message, and I'm like, oh, and I could feel it, and it was just, I was like, oh my God, she sent that message, so you meant it. And I was so touched by that. And I think that's what's been so lovely, is to be able to understand each other. Because when when we write a book, I it took me a while before really writing it completely, but it was a whole journey. I think we have a connection issue. Close now? Well, good. So, can you hear me well, Sierra? Did we
Okay,
have a connection issue or something?
it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all right. So what I was saying is that, it took me, this is a method that I've been working on helping women for many months now, and a lot of women have been able to actually apply the method and to feel good and to see their lives change. And I was watching all that happening, and I was really connecting that with my own story, so that when I come and write it, I don't write it from, feeling sorry for myself, that, whatever I've gone through, and I wanted to share that part and share the hurt. But that's, so it took me a while before healing myself and feeling that now I'm ready, and all what I've gone through, everyone in the world goes to struggle, but you need to be able to step out of it and to zoom out of it. And that's what I explain in some part of the book, to actually come and be and find the wisdom in what happened, so that you can share it. And that was and this is why I am so grateful for, you being the publisher and the editor, because you hold this space for that. And it's almost, when you don't believe it, when you feel like somebody tells you, just don't write until the moment comes, don't write until the moment comes. And and that's what it
But I'm
is. So
gonna
in the
make the
summertime, it's
moment
like, whoop.
come. I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna force it. Why isn't it not working when I'm forcing it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't it that how we feel for everything? Yeah, that's a very good thing. We always say, I want to force it. You don't force things. When you force things, they don't come right.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. So true. You let things unfold.
And
And they
this is part of that process, that the story you would have written in January when you sat down to intend to write the book was a different story than the story that was birthed over the summer, when you had
yes.
allowed the process to happen, when you had
Mm.
done some of that final healing and moved your relationship with your own story, had
Mm.
shared the same story through your master classes with other people, so that you had a different relationship with it, and it could settle into, you were speaking earlier about your expertise and your authority. And it's, we need, we don't need to hide from our wounds and our struggle. That's part
Mm.
of what made us strong. It's usually how we learned what we now have to share. It's not that we need to pretend that that didn't happen, but if we're only sharing that hurt, then we haven't even transformed and moved out of that space to help
Mm.
others do the same. And that's the
Okay.
part that really makes you the expert, owning where
Mm.
you were and what's on the other side.
I love that. So true. I love it. And that's what you do so beautifully, is to understand those different steps, because we often want things to happen quickly. We push
Mm.
ourselves. We push ourselves because we don't trust the
Mm.
universe and the process and how things unfold naturally. And that's surrendering to it. And so it's like, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, please,
Yeah,
Sarah.
there's two parts to that. One is that if we've committed to write the book, become the author, step into that next phase of expertise, whether it's a book or in your job, showing up towards your mission, whatever that is, there's the moment where you're like, I am going to do this. But then there's also this, but I'm not ready, I'm not there. It's this contradiction of, I'm going to hold back until I'm ready, and then I'm going to step into the space. But there's actually, we need that sort of contraction, that tightness of, I said I was going to write a book, I made a commitment, I set a deadline. And that's when the transformation often happens. So many women are holding back because they're not ready. They haven't healed the stuff, they haven't completed the cycle. But the way we become ready is by not forcing it, but stepping into it and doing the uncomfortable thing. If we had just said, well, why don't you, just write your book whenever you're ready, and you get back to us and you come back, then we wouldn't have created that container for you to do that digestion, for you to do that process that's required. It's so funny, we can't force it, but if the opposite is, oh, it'll happen when it happens, without any container, which is just actually very passive and not showing up for ourselves and our mission and our goal. I'll be an expert when I'm an expert. Right? That's just going to happen. And so there's two ways of I don't have enough trust and faith in myself or the universe, so I'm not going to do anything. But that doesn't create enough. We talk about the container all the time, whether it's a time container or an energy container. You created the container by saying, I'm publishing a book. And then once the container is set, then you relax into the container and let the process happen within. But without the container, that energy, that time, 6 years could have gone by before the discomfort of not telling your story was so great that you had to tell it.
Yeah. And isn't that what the book is about? It's really about taking actions. You believe, you're like, you have the intention, you're going to be a great writer. You feel it, you embody it, and then you take action. You have to take action, because just feeling and surrendering will get you nowhere.
No.
And that's why taking action, it's important to do it. And today there are so many containers, so many masterminds, so many, people ready to embrace every part of each one's journey, that when you just ask for help or get help, you will go so much faster in creating the person you want to be, whether it is to be a writer, whether it is to be a leader in a field, whether it is to be an influencer, or just to be professional, or to be happy in your life.
Be yourself,
and
right?
To be who, just to be you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, and my personal experience, I didn't start with the belief, but I had the hope. I had hoped that someday I could be, right? And I had to act to prove that my hope was true, to find the belief, right? There's a lot of people that say, like,
I love that.
Show me proof. It's like, well, if there's proof, then there's no faith, and you have to find it in the process and create the belief in the journey.
Yeah. But what you're saying here, it's an iteration. You never say, okay, I'm done with this compartment of believing and let me move to taking action. It's an ongoing process. You go back and forth. You take action, you have something tangible, then your belief is going to be stronger. Then it moves you up, so that you are continuously in an evolution and in a tendency of growth. And that's what we need more of. It's like the journey to having a successful life. And because success, I always say, it's not even your goal or destination or whatever you go, it's the journey to it.
It's a spiraling, cyclical expression.
Exactly. And it's an ongoing one. It's like, okay, now my beliefs are not that good. You strengthen it each time and you raise up. You strengthen it and you raise up. And we see it also often. I mean, we're talking about writing and becoming a thought leader. We see it a lot when you write things. You're like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. We always say that. But in fact, what it says, as soon as you write it, you think about a different way of saying it, a different way of doing it. And that's because you have grown through the process. You have grown. And it's only when you're aware of that you can start being grateful for every step you do. Otherwise, you're going to just like sabotage whatever you do.
One of the things I see women do a lot is we wait until we're ready. We wait until we've grown. But that's not how we grow. We grow through trying. We grow through iterating. We grow through trying and getting it wrong, or not getting it as right as we wanted it to be, right? We don't know what we think or believe until we act on it. And then we're like, oh, that didn't feel quite right. So what do I think, believe? Let me try again. Let me try again. And I think that's the leading part, is that that we're acting forward towards our beliefs and our goals and the visions we have for the world without knowing 100% that we're going to get it right, but we're leading forward towards that, always willing to reflect and iterate, but try, because that's the difference between leaders and people who are waiting till they're ready.
Exactly. Yeah, and leaders are students of life, for leadership of life. I mean, like, leaders, they don't stop. We even myself, I'm a mentor, but I have also my own mentor, because to me, I want to grow. Each time I reach a level, you want to grow to another one. That's what leaders do. They continuously learn, continuously grow. The leader always say is a student of leadership for life. It's like you always do that. You keep on thinking, So we do one. Tell me, yes.
Well, so I grew up with the Buddhist tradition, and in that, there's this idea of beginner's mind, is that we can become an expert and we can become leaders, but if we think of ourselves as, I've figured it all out, then that's the moment we stop learning. And the way to continue to grow is to look at things fresh, to say, and what else is there, and what's over that horizon, and what happens if this space of curiosity, this space of I'm showing up openly with the best of intentions, and I'll go into seeing what happens there. I think we have for the longest time, I had a sort of a warped.
I think we have a connection issue. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if you can you hear us on LinkedIn? Just wanted to check, because it looks like it's blocked. Instagram ladies, it's so good to have you still with us. I have a guest with me who is the editor of the book. I'm not able to do it directly here, so I'm going to let you go and then reconnect in a bit. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Hussein. I wasn't sure if it was already there. So I'm going to just carry on. I think I lost her. She's connecting from. We lost her. So Sierra was connecting from Colombia, and then that's why she doesn't have. Okay, she doesn't. She's not able rejoin. Okay, she said she's rejoining. We can't hear Sierra. I know. Sierra was connecting from Colombia, and she doesn't have a good connection, so she's just writing me now. She's coming back, but it's just fascinating. I think what I wanted her to come so that we can share together with you the importance of the iteration between this whole process. When you believe, you keep on believing no matter what happens, and then you take action and go back again and check your beliefs. You strengthen it. You'll feel that you know more things, more. I'm waiting for her. She's gonna come in maybe. Well, if she doesn't come in, let me just see. That's the thing about being live, and I know that come on in. So I'm just gonna see if she's here. So anyway, so if you haven't received your copies, please get your copy. Yes, Naima, very well said. We stop learning when we die. We keep on learning every day, and every day we continuously grow. And the most impressive leaders, they keep on learning every day, bringing something new, bringing some knowledge. Listening to feedback of good feedback, of bad things. It's okay. They all feedback that gives you different point of views that you can take if it suits you, or you can just let go of them or ignore if it doesn't fit what you really want to see in reality. I think she's back, so let me just pull her up before we let her go. You are back. It's okay.
Never a dull moment.
It's okay. That's the thing about being live. We never know when things it's all right.
Yeah. The one thing I was just going to say is that for the longest time, I had this concept about leadership, what it meant to lead, that I had to have my shit together. I had to know all the answers. I had to be done, right? I had to have it all figured out. Whereas now I realize that that's the opposite of leadership. And I never want to get to that point. And the learning and the growing and the exploring and leading by example, by not having it all right, by having a live video cut out on me, by anything, all of it, sort of rolling with what is instead of trying to wait until it's perfect or controlling the outcome. So my concept of leadership significantly shifted, and correspondingly so, the actions I take now as a result, because I've revised my vision of leadership, are completely different. I was waiting. I was sitting on the sidelines. I was thinking, oh, well, I need another degree, or I need this, or I need that. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. And I was never playing the game. And the way to lead is to go play. And
That's what I was going to say. Leadership is a game we play. And this is exactly what I say. And I say to all the women in our masterminds, you come and we play together. We have fun, we enjoy, and we laugh at things. When things come and they're not your way, laugh at them. It's like, oh, let me see how I'm going to handle it this time. I mean, to me, the best way to represent that is like, it's a movie. You playing in a movie, have fun with it. One time is the most romantic and beautiful movie. One time is like the scariest, and you have James Bond and need to be the warrior. And it's like you bring it up. And one time is more a chill. So play, take it with such a playful way of being that life will be much lighter. It will
Well,
be
and
more.
you did this really well in your book, where, and we talk about this, I talk about this a lot. What are your face down moments? What are
Mhm.
those stories where it did not go right, where everything went wrong, despite your best efforts, this, that, and the other? And with the old concept of leadership, those are things that you should hide, you should be ashamed of, you should
Yeah.
try to make sure nobody knows about. But if
Yeah.
you're playing, and the way I love to lead, and the reason we get along so well is because I see you do this too, is like, see how badly this went when I tried it, but you know what? That's fine. And we take a bit of compassion and humor, and we talk about what we do after. What do we do the moment after we like step in it and make a big mess? A lot of people don't get out of those places, or spend a lot of time
Yes.
beating themselves up or hiding it. And you brought in the stories of so many other leaders to
Yeah.
give more example of, here's how it went so badly, and here's what they did. The difference again between a leader and anybody else is, just because everything blows up in your face doesn't mean you stop. You
No.
just get back in the game again, dust yourself off, and get in the game.
Oh, no. And not just everything doesn't work your way and you stop. Even if everybody point their finger at you, you're like, you know what? I have another life to create again, and you recreate yourself. I shared some stories in the book about that, because people feel sometimes they're doomed, and just because people wrote some bad things, articles, some
Right.
messages,
Right.
and we get that, and that's why we don't even get that courage to come out. Because what about someone writes something? What about someone put a bad comments? What about something? As soon as you are able to hold all this duality, people say bad things, it's feedback. People say good things, it's feedback. That's it. You remain exactly the way you are. You are so powerful inside. This project didn't work, it doesn't matter. You create another one. The project doesn't make you you. You are not the project. So I'm going to disconnect to what initiative you are launching, what business you are launching, what offer you are making. A lot of people get discouraged. Nobody liked what I'm doing. Well, okay, well, change the offer, go do something
Right.
else. And you learn once, twice, 10 times, 10, 20 times, no matter how much it takes. When you believe you finish, you finally get to the point where you get what you want when you
Yeah.
align with it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Takes so much perseverance, my dear Sierra, so much resilience, isn't it?
It
Oh,
does. I was walking this morning after my daily cup of coffee, and I was thinking about a quote from one of my favorite books, The Secret Life of Trees.
mhm.
Literally about trees. It's very about botany. It's fantastic. And there's one statistic there: every single tree produces about 1 billion seeds
Mhm.
in its lifetime.
Wow.
Of those billion seeds, one one seed will sprout, grow into adulthood.
Incredible.
Isn't
One.
that one of 1 billion? And so for me, that hit me so intensely, the perseverance
Yeah.
of a tree. It's like, I'm going to put out all of these seeds. A tree doesn't stop putting seeds out because one of them doesn't sprout. But we're so attached to the outcome of every little thing, instead of, I'm going to put out 100 offers. I'm going to have 100 conversations, and it's okay if none of them seem to sprout.
It's okay.
Some seeds don't sprout for years.
That's the thing. You
right?
put the seed, yes.
It's a seed, and you're planting it without having to micromanage what happens to that seed.
Yeah.
But keep putting seeds out, even if it seems that it hasn't sprouted. Maybe that's not the one that's going to grow. But the difference between success and not success is keep trying, even if it looks like your previous efforts haven't sprouted.
Exactly.
Maybe they need a year or 3, or they need a fire to sprout. Metaphorically, maybe it's the thing that's going to happen way down the line. We don't know it.
Maybe it's coming. That's the thing. Maybe it's coming. Maybe it's longer. Yeah.
It takes 3 years for that, the seed that you planted in someone's mind, for them to need it, for them to be ready. It's not about us, right? No. It's about where it lands and what that circumstance
is. It's about how we converge together. It's like you converge with things. And to converge with that, you need to be there, share, welcome whoever into your word, and then you look at it and you wait. And you not even wait. You're like, it's there. I know it's coming. Almost have faith that it's going to come around and reach you. And having that strong faith, it's needing to be emotionally so strong. You gotta be that.
And that, I'm glad that you brought that up, because they're a seed. If we're talking, a tree puts out a seed, that seed has all the potential to grow that any other seed has. When we're putting things out into the world, whether it's an offer, whether it's just a book or a story or a live or anything, the energetics that are part of that, if we're putting that single seed out saying, I'm not sure if I'm any good, and I need you to like me to know then that the seed can sprout, then you're putting out, the receivers of those seeds feel that.
Of course, it's energy.
It's doubt.
Absolutely.
We're putting seeds of doubt out into the world.
Yeah.
Instead
and that's energy. Yeah.
Here is my gift. Take it. If it lands for you, I know it's magic. I hope it sprouts for you.
Yeah. And that's so good you say that, because there is one part of the big book that is quite scientific. Actually, I talk a lot about how me as an engineer, how can I explain the energetics and the vibration of things, because sometimes you have people talking about it and it sounds really woo-woo. It's like, we don't want it to sound woo, but we want it to sound really scientifically real and proven. And it has been shown and proven so many ways that, whatever precedes you is the energy, is the emotions in where you are. So at the end of the day, it's like your success is not what you do, is how you feel when you do it, how you feel.
Which does sound completely woo-woo.
It does. But that's okay. I'm an engineer, right?
Right? And so this is one of the alignments that we have between us. You have mentors. I have a mentor. She taught me years ago. We think of sort of mystics and scientists as polar opposites, right? Completely in disagreement on a line. But she explained to me that I want, to think about them on a circle. And mystics and scientists are this far apart instead of this far apart. They are looking at the same things.
They are.
But they find their sort of answers through different methods. But what they're finding
is the same.
It agrees.
And I say it in the book that science and mystic are coming together now. And that's why it's a new era we're starting. A new era where we're starting to understand that business is spiritual, leadership is spiritual, success is spiritual, making money is spiritual, making an impact, going bestseller is spiritual. I mean, like, why would I know that the book will go bestseller overnight, Sierra? That was the craziest thing, right? Everything.
And that's the magic of it, because we weren't needing it to go bestseller.
No.
Right? It was, here's a gift. We're putting it into the world. Let
but
it be.
intention, you know what I will tell you, and I think whoever, I mean, I saw Christina got the book. Lubna, it's so good to see you, Lubna, here from New York. Naima, Radia, I see all the ladies. When you read through it, you will feel. I wrote it in so much in a mood with so much gratitude. I mean, you can feel that celebratory mood where I was with so much understanding, touching the gratitude of being, the gratitude of being able to recreate myself to being a person that changes women's life. You know what made, you know, today, I mean, I hear the stories. This morning I received a message from a woman that I am helping. She's in the south of Morocco, and she wrote it in Arabic. And she made me cry because she told me, I wish I met you a few years before. My life would have been so different. And because she feels it's too late, but it's never too late. Never. And that's my message. That's why I'm loving this. And I am so grateful to, I don't know how we met, Sierra, but it just serendipity that made it happen. And congratulations to all of us. The book is a bestseller. We are so ready for another one. So ready. It's in the making, it's cooking, focusing on leadership, making it something for everyone to feel that they are a leader. You see that Adrienne is already coming in. What do you want to say? I'll give you one last sentence.
I just want to congratulate you on all the work that you're doing. That you didn't wait for the book to come out. That you did, you know, your mission and your action. You're living your methodology. You're believing it. You're acting on it, and you're leading from that place. And that makes your expertise, that makes your voice unshakable, unquestionable, because you are doing what you're talking about instead of just talking. It's not theoretical. This is a really practical, practicable, applicable process that you're living, that you're sharing, and you've put it now in this container of a book so that so many more people can have access to it, learn it, and implement it in their own lives. And you know, our logo is the drop of water and the ripple.
I love that.
And that's it. If we each just put our drop in and the energy,
the ripple effect,
the ripple happens.
You move the ocean.
Exactly. Your book is this ripple, and we can't even begin to imagine how many people it's going to ripple through, and then what they're going to be capable of when they have that nugget. Like this woman who wishes she had you years ago. Great. Start today.
Exactly.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Sierra. Thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Sending you so much love. Bye, dear. And I have with me Adrienne. Thank you for all the beautiful messages, ladies. Keep them coming. I want to welcome Adrienne, who is the reviewer of the book. Adrienne, so good to see you. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you so much for having me.
Beautiful. Yes, of course. And it's very early for you, isn't it? I didn't realize there was.
It was very early here on the West Coast, but I'm here. I put makeup on.
You look amazing. You look so festive. Actually, you look like Christmassy with the red behind, with this, like, you know, it's like always in the Christmas mood.
Definitely. Yeah. It's I'm one of those people who dresses like an elf for just the entire Christmas season. My birthday's in December, so I love December. It's one of my favorite months.
I love that. You know, 3 of my children are their birthday is in December. I love that too.
Yeah, it's a
I feel like I'm
time.
celebrating the whole month.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So,
congratulations to you. Such an amazing accomplishment, such a beautiful book, such a powerful message, and so well written. I love your storytelling. I think people are absolutely going to just lose themselves in your stories.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, thank you for accepting to review it. You know, your view, your comments, your support means so much to me. You know that how you're dear to me, Adrienne, because you speak English, you speak French, so you understand when I'm mixing the languages and the sentence looks upside down, but you get it.
Absolutely. I love that space between languages. I am so obsessed with that kind of liminal space between French and English, I have often done translations. And so I really love to play in that space of, I see what she was trying to say here in her native language, and how can we say that in a way that really translates in the same way into English ears.
Yeah, well, it's really nice. So I know you're also a big author. You publish many books, and you have them behind you.
I
It's
do,
what
yes.
yeah. Congratulations, my dear. I have a lot of, and so what would you like? Can you share with whoever watching about the book? What would you like? What is the thing that stand out for you? What did you feel particularly about it?
So I think what stood out for me the most was just this overwhelming feeling of any woman is a leader. Every woman is a leader. Any woman can be a leader. And it's just about, like you say, believe. That first step of believing that about yourself, recognizing the leadership qualities in yourself, and then stepping up to act, to take action on that. And to lead in any way that you can in your community, in your life, all the beautiful stories of how you've been able to do that, but also just that inspiration of having these step-by-step, guides throughout the book of how can you do this too. It's so powerful.
Well, I mean, and that's really the book is about that. I mean, that's why I really wanted to have the lead in it in the title, because
Yes.
every woman is a leader in her own way, a leader for herself, a leader for her family, a leader for her house, leader for her expertise, a leader for her profession, a leader for anything she wants to reach in her life. And
I
we
think
often
women,
Hmm?
I think women have always been community leaders, especially. And any community, when you look around, who's in charge? It's the women. Whenever
Yeah,
there's an emergency situation or something goes sideways, who's got, who's on top of it? It's the women,
it's the
always.
most always.
We have this innate feeling of empathy and wanting to just connect and make sure that everybody has what they need. I think this is just a natural, like, divine feminine quality. And so that is leadership. And I think women really need to recognize that, especially nowadays. We are needing more and more to have that local level of community, that strong sense of community, just in our neighborhoods, in the places where we live, because more and more things are kind of breaking down in terms of the larger structure. And so we need each other. We need to step up and say, hey, how are we going to have food and shelter and all the things we need right here where we're at? And we can make it happen.
Very good. So good. Absolutely. And you need that. And that's why we need to hold hands. And I think my message also is to have more empathy among us women. Love each other. Be happy for the one that is successful and the one that did great. Help this one and really and truly and genuinely help them. And mainly in this sphere where we do a lot of mentorship and coaching, I want this business, even this type of business, to level up in terms of appreciation between each other, caring for each other, helping each other, showcasing each other, celebrating each other, which we don't really see a lot of it happening. And that's what I wanted to change, is really to bring empathy into the leadership sphere. Want to lead with love, lead with empathy. There is space for everyone. Everyone. There is space for all of us. And space is being created, and more we grow, more we create wealth, the more we will be bringing more business to everyone. And so that's really why my mission is to help women create wealth, lead, and feel the love and pour the love. Yeah.
Lead with love. I love that. And I think that begins in here. It begins with self-compassion and self-love and celebrating our own accomplishments shamelessly, and being able to stand up and say, hey, I love what I'm doing. I'm so I'm so proud of what I am putting out in the world, my authentic gifts. And when we can celebrate ourselves, then it feels normal and natural for us to lift up other women.
Yes.
When we're not lifting ourselves up, when we're pushing ourselves down and trying to hide and saying, oh, it's, we diminish ourselves and we say, oh, no, it's not that big a deal. We think, we're having humility, but what we're really doing is saying what women do isn't important. And what I do isn't important. What you do isn't important. And
Exactly.
so, yeah, I completely agree. We need to start by lifting ourselves up, lifting each other up, celebrating each other. Celebration, I think, is one of the most important missing elements all of our lives. Just taking a moment to celebrate. So this is why I'm so glad that you are setting the example by celebrating your book launch like this. Beautiful.
I'm celebrating everyone. I celebrate women in my mastermind every day. I have one yesterday who won a hackathon, and I'm like, okay, the book is now. Let's give her space tomorrow. I'm celebrating her. I love celebrating women, and when we celebrate, and we were talking with Sierra earlier, is that it's an energy, it's an emotion. You celebrate, you calibrate to those emotions, and more you celebrate the others, more somehow you are also in your life attracting more celebration, more things to be celebrated. And to celebrate. So it's
Absolutely.
like celebration is a party that we throw because we are grateful for things. And when you link that to the gratitude, it becomes something that comes naturally. It's not even, I want to do it so that I show that I'm actually good. And if I celebrate, people will think that I'm actually doing a good job. It's not that. It has to come from an energy where I am so grateful. And that's truly how I feel it, because my work and the help I do makes a difference. Or because I know somebody that I admire, because I have beautiful friends like you, Adrienne, like Sierra, and I just love them for being so, really there to help women and care for them. We need more of that. And if that's why I'm creating this space where I want to level up, raise up the bar for women leaders, so that we talk about women leaders are the most beautiful things, holds every part, holds excellence, expertise, elegance, grace, love, empathy, and true caring. Imagine if the world was like that.
Oh, I do all the time. I think we have to imagine, we have to envision the world that we actually want to live in. Or how can we ever manifest that? How can we ever make that possible? What I love in your book is there's so much of that in there, that quality of envision the world that you want to live in, envision the world that you want to create, and then take action toward that. That's all it is, ladies. It's
it is.
But it's so powerful.
But when you envision the world that you want to live in, what you do is that you shift into a positive mind and a positive way of being. Otherwise, you stay focused on the negative and the invisible things you don't want to see in your life. And they put you down in terms of your emotions, brings you anxiety, brings you fear. And we don't want to go to that direction. So the only way up is by imagining beauty around you, imagining things to go the way you want it. It's like going back to being a child. When you're a child, you dream of things. And it's okay to dream, and it makes you happy. And we lost that somehow. But that's what this invitation is for, is to go back and dream, just like, you are a child and wanting something, and it's just thinking about it makes you giggle and tickle and happy.
Yes. Follow your curiosity, follow your bliss, follow your desires. Trust that intuitive sense of, I want this. That is so powerful. So powerful.
Yeah, that's really nice. Well, I want to thank you so much, Adrienne, Dr. Adrienne, for being such a wonderful woman leader, and for taking the time to review my book.
It's my pleasure. It's my honor. Absolutely.
And congratulations for all the amazing things you are doing, also helping communities, helping, getting together, and all the, the writings that you make. Thank you so much. And for the release, the press release, I love that. Leading women to change the world. So perfectly said, because that's what we are. Thank you for joining me, my dear.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm gonna have you out. Let me just remove you. So here we go. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me, Adrienne. Thank you for being with me, Sierra. I am going to wrap up this session by remind you ladies that the mastermind is open for enrollment, and I am so excited to present this to you. We have a new revived version of the mastermind. It's a 6-month journey, because this journey takes you in the different step. We will work together on the emotional intelligence, on the mindset, on the belief, on defining what is your mission, on knowing what's your story, on finding the spark in you so that you get motivated, inspired, so that you define the mission that is so broad it makes you want to really carry it and take it on no matter what happens. I also wanted to, and the second step of the second phase of the masterclass is about taking actions, planning, branding, communication, defining what's your next step in your career. If you're an executive, you're looking up to president, managing director, other position, being a board member, or if you're an entrepreneur, how do you want to scale your business? How do you want to create a new model, create new products, create new offers? And then the third phase is the first about leadership. It's the making an impact, it's communication, messaging, being a thought leader. Yesterday I mentioned all the different sequences, and one of the sequence is becoming a thought leader. How do you map your mind so that you have all the thoughts and ideas together to make you stand out and to make you become such a known and unshakable expert in that field that you become a reference in that field? And also we work on harnessing your communication, you going live, you making videos, you communicating with everyone, you being invited into different conferences in different places, and be at ease while sharing your story and sharing the work that you do. And so that's whole package in the 6 month. We meet on a weekly basis. In this mastermind, there is also once a month where we meet together. We tailor our work so that we can plan it as it fits you, whether it is for your particular projects or program, or your branding or your messaging. So it's nice. I think being in my word is not only stimulating intellectually, but we also work on a deep healing emotionally. We take you to that journey through how you become brave to take on anything that comes your way, and how to become aligned with beautiful things so that you can attract them in your life. So we work on energetics, on the quantum field, understanding how that relates in terms of vibration and emotions, but we also plan. So we combine the business strategy, the planning, the writing, the posts, articles, books, whatever you want to write, whatever you want to known for, and the messagings. But also, how do you emotionally feel aligned with the person you want to become, with the objective you want to reach, and with whatever success you want to create in your life. This is a 6-month journey where you're part of the container. You have access also to a digital platform of 120 lessons, 60 lessons in French and 60 lessons in English. And so it's a video, but it also has activities, which gives you a way to work at your pace. But we also meet weekly for hot seats, coaching, and mentorship. And we meet for an hour and a half, and it's just every month there are different sequences. So we have sequence about money, about healing with money. We have sequence about completely mindsets and subconscious mind and how the mind work. We have sequence about being, female energy and masculine energy, how you combine, how you surrender to each one and let it all harmonize in your life. And we also have sequence about money. We have sequence about thoughts, leadership. We have sequence about branding. So it's a beautiful journey. Success is all of it. It's not just knowing the social medias. It's not just knowing the expertise. It's not just knowing the meditation and emotions. It's all of it together. So I walk with you the walk of success. This is how you see all these women that we're celebrating every day. The success they reach is because we've gone through every step of this part of the journey. It is time. You're so well. So we can drop the link. So it's balmethod.com/leader to join us. So join us today. The whole program is $5,000 for the 6 month, or paid monthly at $900. You can also start with the 3 months, and then we can extend it, the 3 month at $3,000 with $900 paid by monthly for 4 months. And so there are several options. So let me drop the link. Link, it's www.balmethod.com/leader, And I'm also open my calendar for consultations for meeting this week. So I would love to meet with you to see how will this fit with you and fit with your with all, you know, your aspirations, with what you want to create in your life, and how you want to see yourself, and how you want to become known for, and how you want to level up, and you make your life your masterpiece. So this is your journey. I have already set up some meetings. I'm welcoming already some beautiful, beautiful, amazing women and gentlemen in our containers, because we do have a private container where we work with the women, but also there are some men at leadership level who wants to particularly work into how to reach higher level and work in some particularly parts, either the emotional side or the leadership side or the thought leader expertise or communication or branding. So there are many ways we can work together. I would like, want to remind you that all those videos will be out on Tuesday. So if you haven't seen any of the session, I invite you to go back and listen to them. They will be taken out. We have many bonuses, many beautiful things that comes along with this mastermind, many programs where you will also have access to joining us this week with us for this program. We have what else I wanted to share. So the mastermind is open. The mastermind is 6-month container. There is the option of the 3 months, and then you extend. And also there is the private container so that's why I would love you to set up your time and let's talk. Let's see which one fits you both. Herin, set up the time. There is also a link to join us, and let's meet together and see how is this going to how you can be part of this amazing journey, and in this journey of leadership, in this journey of feeling good, in this journey of doing good. And it's a journey of leader with so much impact, so much empathy, that it makes you stand out. It makes you inevitably reach the success you want, create the wealth you want, and surely make the great impact around you. So tomorrow I will be inviting, actually come tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, we have 3 bonus sessions that I just announced on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, same time. So I will be inviting some of the ladies in our mastermind who are going to share with you how we apply this method, how they see it, how it impact them in their life, and how they've seen themselves changing. These are tools that you can use for you. These are tools that you can share with your children, with your family. These are tools that makes you understand and look at the world differently. You surely won't recognize yourself after the 3 first months, because when we dig deep into the emotional side and we combine it with the intellectual and the expertise, you just become somebody who is unshakably a leader. And that's what I want for all of you, everyone. This is the time where we need to step up. This is the time when we need to own every part of who we are, all of it, to own the stories, to tell the stories the way we want it to be, because that's also a part of this work we do. We have a sequence which is storytelling. How do you write your story? What part of your story do you share? How do you articulate it so that it impacts the way you want it to? And so if you have any questions, any comments, I have opened my calendar for this coming 3 days until Tuesday, all open, because I want to welcome all of you to the mastermind and to do this magical journey. You've heard it from the different ladies. There is magic when you surrender. So let it play in your life, and this is your time. Come and join us. Sending you so much love. I love you all. Thank you for being with us. Rewatched all the videos. They'll be taken out on Tuesday. And I can't wait to meet you. So set up the time. Let's get together. I have opened up my calendar for Saturday, Sunday, and also Tuesday. So I'm so happy to meet you and to learn all about your amazing work you are doing. Sending you so much love. Bye-bye. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time.